sage to Harker Bay? Toronto Johnson? I called for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson. And anybody who's riding with him with this scandal with these videos of me and my wife frauding the people.
Check it.
I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed Ali and them and Taj and them used to come to Chicago.
I laid them old boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway.
We about to get right.
I keep talking. I probably catch a charge and I don't care what any say. Yeah, I'm the people's grand.
You about to get it.
We
about to get
it. Only the gods is my equal.
I gotta make sure y'all hear me now.
You mortals, you just my sequel.
We about to get it.
You just my sequel. What the 85ers? Dip divers? Trying to symbolize us? You already dead. Who done got up in your head? Rent free. You wanna know who sent me? Who sent you? Play it, head. I tried to put you on the dick, but you got a ball groggy. Started talking real crazy, eyes foggy. Couldn't see through the fog. Then I had to bring the dogs. Barking all up in your ear. Acting like you don't care. Oh, you don't care? Like you don't preserve life. Oh yeah. And you really don't care, right? Oh, you don't care, right?
When we get to 100, we going in.
Respect that. Since you said you ain't scared to die.
We got 81 in the chat.
I laid them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. I laid them old boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I'm the people's grand sheik. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. I laid them young boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I would take you on any day. Michigan, New York, Cali, where you at? What you thought? From that town to Baltimore, everybody on the road is all raw. They ready, choppers. I don't really think you want the problem. Hold up, wake the thought up. Back to a law. Hey. I try to get him out the bed. Sleepwalking anyway. Sleepwalking anyway. Wake up, keep talking. Sleepwalking anyway. Wake up. I don't care what any say. Nobody. I'm the people.
I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. That town. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number.
Peace and love, family. Peace and love, family. Press 7 if you can hear me. Got to get this started real fast. We ain't gonna be late tonight. We gonna be straight tonight. We ain't gonna be late tonight. Listen, we got Aisha Wilson, Dametria Dorsey in the building, family. Listen, so last time we was here, press 7 if you can hear me. Press 7 if you can hear me. We got to get this started because our sister is on the move. Matter of fact, she just dropped out. So, family, we about to turn it up. So what it is this. So last time we did the show with our sister Dametria, and Dametria came over here and said pretty much something that is real consistent to what we know, with some additions. So in seeing that show, quite a few people reached out to me, and quite a few people was referred to me. And one of them is a sister named Aisha Wilson. I think I'm saying it right. Aisha, I'm tripping. I'm sorry. My apology. I'm truly sorry. But before we do this, I'll do this in the middle of the show. I got something I want to do in the middle of the show. But with that being said, Sister Aisha, are you there? Check 1, 2. Sister Aisha, are you there? Check 1, 2. Y'all can hear me pretty good. How I sound out there? How I'm looking over here, family? How I'm looking over here? This nice background here is done by some friends of mine out in Ohio. The link will be in the chat. Mafia Lane in the building. Man, listen. Hey, Wolf. Hey, Wolf, please respond to me. Do you know Boone just hit me? Boone is back, Wolf. Hey, Wolf, me and Boone and you, we got to get together, bro. Boone hit me. Hey, Wolf, Mafia Lane. Boone hit me yesterday. He told me he tired of these lames. He tired of these frauds. It's time to put boot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if did you hear me? Hey, you hear me? Hey, Wolf. Hey, man, Allah is my witness. PFK Boone is out of retirement. If anybody don't know, look up PFK Boone runs Jamal Bryant out of the projects. Yeah. Boone is back. He hit me 2 days ago. PFK Boone is back. He ready, Wolf. Hey, Wolf, are you ready? Are you ready to run these lames out the projects? I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Wolf. He hit me yesterday, brother. Yeah, all that tough talk. You know, I don't call on my people until it's time, but they calling on me. Yeah, look at Big Wolf. He gonna play the background. Don't let me make that call. Don't make me make that call. 300 gangsters in the building. Don't make me make that call. Talk about they that broke my jaw. Good goodness gracious. I don't know where they get that from. Good goodness gracious. Shout out to 300 gangsters, the reverb. They back like they left something and they ain't gone nowhere. With that being said, Aisha, are you there, sister? Are you there? Let's get it rocking.
Yes, I'm here, brother. How you doing tonight?
My apology. I got a little bit excited. So, sis, first and foremost, because you be dropping in and out, I want to make sure that you introduce yourself properly so you know, so everybody know who you are. Can you tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself before we get started?
No problem, brother. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Boone been chilling. I looked at my phone the other day and he called me Brother Bay. Brother Bay, I'm tired of these coons.
Peace and Black Power, brother. My name is Aisha Wilson, and I'm from originally Chicago, Illinois, Foundation of Black American.
Okay, so sis, what brings you to Moorish World TV as it relates to the recent topics that we was talking about?
Well, as you have my title, I want to set the record straight. I am here to expose all of the fraudulent generals that have been part of the Black movement, and want to call them out to tell them to step down before we step up.
So when Sister Janae have said that I need to speak with you, and she referred you to me, I to you, whatever the case may be. What do you think compelled? And she said she'd be on later, but I will let her on if Sister Cece come on, and so we can have some dialogue. But what compelled you to say I gotta say something? As it relates, did you see the show before Sister Janae reached out to you, or
Yes, I called a lot of your shows actually, with you and a lot of comrades from different organizations, and I just tuned in, chimed in, and was very curious and had some receipts on a lot of the comrades that you have recently interviewed, which was also on my white ball list tonight.
What do you mean by are y'all able to hear her well? I'm kind of yelling. I'm excited about this interview. I like the interviews where we can engage and get to the bottom line or something. And if this going to be setting the record straight, it's time to get to the bottom line. What do you mean white out list? What is that?
Oh, the white ball list is a list of people who were in a Black movement organization that basically wasn't disciplined enough. They had misbehavior within the organization that tarnished our goals to move forward, as you can say.
Okay. So the whiteout list is those who, if y'all didn't hear, I can hear, but my brother Akata said he can hear. Audio is cool. The whiteout list is those who has tarnished the image of the. Would it be appropriate to say the Black Power movement?
You can say that we represent Black Power movement. Yes, we are putting Black people first on our agenda. And what we're trying to do is clean house, get all of the infiltrators, perpetrators.
She dropped off. So we got Sister Dametria, and I explained to Sister Dametria, she's waiting in the green room. And I explained to Sister Dametria that we're going to let Sister Aisha speak her spill. And from her spill, we're going to bring in Sister Dametria, and then we'll go from there. She's in transition right now. She explained to me that she had to be picking her son up. So she's in transition right now, but she still is not backing away from doing what she do. Shout out to Cryptonomics. Shout out to Cryptonomics in the building. Okay, so she's back now. What do you say, sis?
Repeat the question so I can answer it clearly.
Yeah, you dropped off for a second.
Yeah, I'm on a bus, as you can hear. I'm busy.
It's fine. Just do the best you can. If you drop out, just come back in. I'm with you.
Okay, cool. Could you repeat the question one more time, brother, so I can answer it correctly?
Oh man, I didn't forgot that question myself. No, all is well, all is well. But if you say on the whiteout list, those who had tarnished the image of the Black Power structure or the Black Power movement, the liberation movement, however we choose to call it, if you had someone at the top of your list, who would that be?
Because I'm not a biased person, but I'm going to say one of the most accusations that is on the white ball list is Brother Charles.
Out of all the people, it would be Brother Charles?
It would be him.
Sis, hold up now. Hold up now. How long, let me ask you a question. How long have you been a part of the Black liberation or concerned with the Black Power structure? She dropped off again. The reason why I asked that, because you got people that have been around 30 years with no track record, and she called Brother Charles. That's a little. Now, Charles might have some error, might have some mistakes, but you got people been around 20 and 30 years now. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait up. Come on now. I mean, come on now. Come on back, sis. Nah, we're going to put some respect on this one. And I mean, Charles might have his errors, he might have his ways, but we got people been around 15, 10, 20, 30 years with this mess. Hold up now. That's this.
I heard your question. How long have I been part of the movement? For 7 years.
7 years. So what I'm saying is, how long have you known Brother Charles?
Again, all of these people who I'm about to get exposed.
I want to start with Brother Charles.
Let me answer your question correctly, okay? Because I do not know any of these comrades personally. I have never met them. I have never had boots on the ground with them. All of the information that I do have is from other comrades that had complaints about them.
Okay, so let me say this, sis. One of the things that's really bad. One of the things that's really bad is that you haven't had boots on the ground with them, and you're like people giving you secondhand information. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear it, but I'm just saying.
Not necessarily. They will also have audio clips as well as text messages.
But the whole thing is this, though, sis. The whole thing is this, though. You would come off as an attorney per se, a representative, because most of the people that came on the show, they actually had hands-on experience. You feel what I'm saying?
And I completely understand that. But based off their hands-on experience, please let me finish. Based off their hands-on experience, it has been plenty of discrepancies throughout their movement, and they have complained and have not been heard correctly. and the charges that and complaints that they had on each other has not been addressed. This is what I'm here for. This was my mission.
Well, why is it that the ones that the complaints that was made on, they're not here and you're here?
Oh, they've been on your show before, but again,
they haven't come here. They haven't come here to address the plaint or the whiteout list. You're addressing the whiteout list the way you wasn't even there. I thought you actually thought you was there.
The white ball list is just a recently new thing that we developed to address all of the fraudulent members of different Black movement organizations. Okay, we just created the white ball list. Is a very baby list that has been developed last year from the first tribunal that was held in North Carolina, and I'm going to call that a pre-trial. Okay.
Were you at that tribunal?
I wasn't physically there. I zoomed in.
That's not good, sis.
But listen, I also was the person who interviewed all those comrades that had something to say and showed me evidence of these people who they accused of not being worthy of a leader or.
I'm sorry, family. I had to kick her out the studio. I've been misled, bamboozled, hoodwinked. The sister came off to me as if she was one who was there when all of this took place. Now I'm hearing that she is going to tell me what somebody told her. Family, I'm sorry. I got to do what I got to do. This is not that type of platform where you get to say that somebody said something and now you're representing what somebody say. Tell these weak men, tell these soft men with these complaints to come on here themselves. Tell them to come on here themselves, because what she's about to represent is these soft men. I got a text right before the show. A brother from the coalition reached out to me, and I'm not going to say the name, but this is what he said to me. And I'm going to read it right now. He said this to me. Tonight, Tahaka, let the queen speak. Please listen. This is what he said to me. Let the queen speak. Please listen to all the information. I know you are going to love the sensational, S-I-N, sensationalism, and the information, but allow the info to freely be expressed so the listening audience can hear all the info pertinent to the correction needed in the movement. Scratch that. Because you're not going to send no sister up here to represent your coward thoughts. See, y'all are cowards. See, the platform is open to anybody. Anybody can come forth. But you cowards put a sister up to represent your discord in this sloppy organization. And I'm not going to do that on Moorish World TV. This is a show and prove network. This is a network, but it's for the people and by the people. And so if you have been offended, if you have been treated greasy, then you come on here and you address the people with it. But you don't send somebody in your place to try to give a white list, and she was at none of these places. In fact, unfortunately, may Allah please bless her with a car. She's on public transportation representing you scrap bottom Negroes, and y'all can't even get her a goddamn Kia. But she's up here standing here to represent for you low bottom of the barrel Negroes. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. She's on public transportation going to pick up her son while you lames sitting around acting like you this big businessman. You lames sitting around acting like you have made it. And she's on public transportation to go pick up her baby at karate school. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You Negroes are funny to me. And she is going to step up here with the courage of all of our ancestors. Harriet Tubman, Bethune, Sojourner, And she's going to sit up here and represent for you weirdos. I'm not going to let you do that, sis. No disrespect. I'm not going to let you do that, sis. Because you got a whiteout list with people that you never even met before. You never even met before. When we talked in the back room, I thought by what you were sending me, I thought y'all had communication, interaction. I thought it was your experience, but in fact, it wasn't even your experience. It's not even your experience. And see, that's not where we're going to start here. That's not what we're going to start here. Like I said, somebody message me and say, let the sister speak. No, that becomes propaganda at that point. Let me read another line that the brother said. This will be a good one. Just watch and see. You can actually put it beyond cruise control and allow it to work itself. These goofballs think I want a sensational story, when I just want the truth and I want this thing cleaned up. I want y'all frauds out so the new generation can come in. You old bill belly washed up old men trying to think you can shoot a penny off a beer top from 30 yards. Nobody's impressed. Nobody's impressed. Nobody's impressed. Nobody's impressed. Nobody's impressed. And then the brother had the nerve to say to me, let me finish. The brother had the nerve to say to me, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to leave it at this. He said, but allow the info to freely be expressed so the listening audience can hear all the info pertinent to the correction needed in the movement. I'm speaking with her at this very moment. In fact, a few of us are. Sis wasn't even there. She said she don't even know these people. That's not how this network works. I'm sorry. That's not how this works. If those of you have gripes, have even a gripe with me, bring it to me. Don't bring somebody else in your stead. Don't bring somebody else in your stead. You have, sister says she have receipts. Those are somebody else's receipts. You were not there. You cannot represent those receipts. You were not there. Give the person the receipts that gave them to you and tell them, come on. But you were not there. Go to OC the fake with that. Go to OC the fake with that. He'll love it. He will love it. He will eat that up. I mean, OC, we got one. We sending one to you. OC the Great will love it. I mean, but not over here. Not over here. No. And I got it. And let me say this before I bring Sister Dametria in. OC the fake, I know you're watching. So everybody that comes on my show, not everybody, but quite a few people that came on my show, OC the fake are sending them this paper that says that I am on a sexual tag. What did it say? On a sexual predator list or something like that. I forget what it's called. I want to say it clear. On the sexual registry or something like that. He's sending people this paper. Now, I don't gamble because I'm not a gambling man. I'm a man of truth. I will give OC the Great, I will donate $1,000 to OC the Great if he can prove what he's sending people. And in order to prove it, bring Malik Zulu Shabazz on it, who is attorney, to examine the paper and let him explain that I am on a sexual registry or predator type list. Bring Malik Zulu Shabazz on to explain what you're passing around and let him explain it from a legal standpoint. If you do that, I will give you $1,000. God is my witness. I will cash app you $1,000 from the Moorish World TV Uplifting Fund. If you have, look, he said don't be donate. It ain't gonna be no donate because he can't, because it's a lie. That's the point, Crip. It's a lie. It's a lie. And look, it's a lie. So I mean, it don't mean nothing. So the point of the matter is, bring the legal guy, Malik Zulu Shabazz, and have him break down that paper that you're sending people. And if he does that, I will send Cash App $1,000. I'll bang a whole bunch of nails just to make $1,000. I mean, I do a whole bunch of maintenance work. You know what I mean? Which it wouldn't even have to be, because these people are making up stuff, sending stuff, and they don't even know what it is. But what that was, I was there, send me the link. Who is I was there, send me the link. So with that being said, let me bring Dametria on the show. Now, let me ask you, have you ever met Sister Aisha?
You ready, brother? Are you ready? Because you already know. I haven't met her in person, but this is the real. I'm not coming up here to play around with y'all or none of this. I told y'all Thursday that was going to be my last time on the show unless we're getting to the solution. You hear me? And it was boots on the ground. Let's just keep it all the way a band. She's attention seeking just like Janae is. Janae reached out to this female and told her to call into your show, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because she was a part of the tribunal, but you bought chicken. You bought food for the tribunal, baby. And I'm going to go ahead and put me out there because I put it out on Facebook. Like I said, I'm 100 with everything that I do. My life is not a lie. It's not a secret. She brought Charles' name up because of the situation at hand in the beginning of me coming into the movement. And I dealt with Brother Charles. People knows this. Everybody knows it. It's no secret. No, we are not together, but we are very good friends. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the end of that. 4 years later, I end up dealing with someone else in the movement, and that was King Shakur. And I told you that, a part of the Black Guerrilla Army. And that's why this female is upset. She's hurt and she needs to heal. You get what I'm saying? And people are upset because on the show, the last time I defended Brother Charles as my leader. I started with him and I will end with him. He is a great leader here in Charlotte. You get what I'm saying? I know what this man has done. I have put in the footwork with him. I wasn't a cook or a babysitter. And if I was, it was after the maneuvers. So take y'all to the tribunal. Like I said, Thursday, I was waiting on a gentleman to reach out to me because I already knew what it was I was trying to do leading up to the tribunal. And that somebody was King Shakur of Black Guerrilla Army. We end up linking, talking about the information and all of this. You know what I'm saying? And end up getting in a relationship. And to this day, we still talk. He get on my nerves, I get on his nerves, but we talk. And I'm just going to keep it a band with y'all. Like, my life is not a secret. And like I said, it was a gap in between. And I know everything about both of them men, family and all. You get what I'm saying? So she's hurting. And I understand. So, but I was hurt as well. Because in the midst of all this, she was calling me her sister. We were talking to each other. This man has a whole live show that he does on Sunday nights that she was a part of when we came up with topics together. He has a whole live YouTube that he does now, reaching out to drug addicts and all this other kind of stuff. So yeah, she knows me. And Janae sent her your way. And she's not even a part of the new Black Panther Party, has never been a part of. She only knows this information because of the tribunal. And she didn't take any notes and interview anybody. I was the one that did it. I'm the one that has the notes. And what she does have,
how do she get in the middle of this?
I wasn't finished. It's like I said, I'm here ready to keep it a band with you.
Okay.
Me and King Shakur fell out, and I kept because, like I said, I'm a woman, and I have a spirit of
Hold on. Johnny Do-Right said, Morris, let her know she's looking beautiful. And I said, hi. Shout out to Johnny Do-Right. That's my guy. Hey, Johnny Do-Right. Man, listen, I got a show coming up on Karen Dern, his sister Cern, and all of them. It's coming soon. Johnny Do-Right said, you're looking beautiful and high. Shout out to Johnny Do-Right.
So much. Thank you.
Go ahead, sis.
And so, like I told King Shakur, like it's something up with this female. I don't know if you get ready to start dealing with her or if y'all have already dealt with each other. But before you do, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it 100 with me. And the man kind of went ghost, and I already knew what it was. So, and I'm telling y'all my personal business on Morris Real TV, and it's something that I said I wasn't gonna do because my stuff wasn't a part of the movement. My stuff wasn't on the mainstream of the movement like everybody else was. But since I came on here Thursday and I exposed everybody else, I don't mind exposing myself to you guys because that's just how real I am. So he did what he did, and people realized the grass ain't greener on the other side. And he came back just like I told her that he would. Because I know who I am as a woman and what I possess. And like I say, men and men talk every day, but our plans and what we do and how we communicate and how we move is our business and nobody else's because it's personal. So that's why she was on your show tonight.
I think I find it rather odd though that she easily said she don't know anybody personally. Like I mean, if anybody watch my show, they already know that. Like you gotta have something concrete, and I mean, like, or even if you don't show it on the show, behind the scenes, you're gonna have to. I mean, give me something. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes.
She can.
And she sent me a few things which made me think that it was solid, but
it was from the tribunal. We all have notes because we all collabed together. Like she's not even a part of the Black Guerrilla Army.
Yeah, I'd rather to talk to somebody at first hand. I know you probably can't answer this for her, but maybe you are in the know. I don't know. What organization is she a part of, if any?
I have no idea. She stays in Chicago, Illinois, like she said. And I've known her to give out like food and clothing and stuff, absolutely, like Janae. So I'm probably sure that's why they collabed and got along so well, and then felt the need to reach out to you.
All of these guys that that possibly know her, they need to put some bread together and help Sis out, because this is a tragedy that she's about to represent who needs to be thrown out the movement or who needs to be disregarded in the movement and what's real about the movement. But you know, she shouldn't be out there. I don't know. Baltimore City is the same way. Public transport.
The information that she has is the information that everybody has. That's the information she has. She's just never been a foot soldier and she's never been on the ground with these people. The only reason is this list is because of the tribunal and because she has the information like everybody else, but she doesn't know.
How does she get the list if she's not a part of the actual organization, coalition, or anything?
The people that were calling around and everything, just like Janae. Her and Janae has talked, and Janae is wailing DC because they was a part of the tribunal, like just talking to different people, basically. I didn't talk to a whole lot of people. I talked to, like I say, Brother Charles, AJ, King JX, the people that was in the, you know, mixed chicks and stuff like that. I did what I need to do here in North Carolina and South Carolina. I wasn't all over the place because that's not what I do. I was more concerned about people in North Carolina and South Carolina. And basically Atlanta too, because I know AJ.
My brother Akata said, so this is a soap opera. and that's
why I didn't want to.
But no, what I wanted to say is this. It seems like them European networks have painted a picture that the new Black Panther Party is this organized, well-oiled machine that is a hate group fighting for their people, but they're well organized. But then when you look at stuff like this, you're like, what in the world is this? But even the European news shows over the years have painted the new Black Panther Party as this well-oiled, organized machine. And that's just not the case.
Well, brother, think about it is. But the thing about it is, this has nothing to do with the new Black Panther Party at all. Like I said, this is personal, and I only got on here because Thursday I did what I did, and I'm a woman of my word. I backs down from nothing. I had so many people, my sisters and everybody, was like, Demetria, don't do the show tonight. Don't do it. But why not? Because I already knew what it was. She does not know these people at all.
And that's what I'm saying. She says that she interviewed everybody in the tribunal.
Ma'am,
But that doesn't make the cut here. That doesn't make the cut here. You can't speak for those. You can't speak for those who can speak for themselves. In other words, you know what I mean? They can speak for themselves. Like, I'm not going to have someone that see my brother Mafia Lay say they not banging no gun at nobody.
They're not. And that's why I said, what does this? That's why I said, why was the conversation need to be had? Because me and this female we have each other number. Like I don't do attention seeking. I'm gonna see cute and classy.
Let me ask you a question. Is it okay? I want to put the link. Now, anybody come in here and be disrespectful, I'm going to just go ahead and get you up out of here real fast. Because at the end of the day, and I said this to Aisha, and I said it to Sister Dametria. My problem is that the men is the catalyst to this.
Right.
The men are. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if I like you or not. You are the blame. Why? Because you men are the senior officers. And if the senior officers are not right, the whole thing falls apart. So if Malik Zulu Shabazz is at the top of the hierarchy as it relates to the new Black Panther Party, and he feel as though he can do what he want, when he want, use the organization as the golden corral for women, then guess what? The generals under him will do the same. If he don't say nothing when people indulge in behavior that is counterproductive and counter-revolutionary, guess what? They will continue to do that. You feel what I'm saying? So it all starts with the men. And now, if one man feel as though that he talking to a sister within the organization, and this brother like Malik Zulu Shabazz, he allegedly sleeps with Crystal Muhammad, and then Babu follow up, and then he sleeps with Crystal Muhammad. What make people think that is not a culture? And now the whole point of the matter is, and I said this to Sister Dametria, I said, with these men doing the things that they doing, once they free the people, if they would do it, what they going to teach or give to people?
Right.
They can't teach nobody nothing. They can't free nobody. Because the moment you talk about liberation, free us, do this, do that. Okay, you walking around with guns, you think that's going to free somebody. You yelling at police, you think that's going to free somebody. You're yelling over in cameras, you think they're going to free somebody. But for a stretch of imagination, let's say it does. But you're so far gone that if people get free, what you going to teach them? That I can sleep with this one and sleep with that one, that I can flip this and I can flip that, and I can go here. What you going to teach people? So this is why it's all a sham. It's all a sham because there's nothing in place to raise people consciousness, to raise people moral compass. It's all a sham. If Malik Zulu Shabazz can go and sleep with Crystal Muhammad, and then a few years later, Babu sleep with Crystal Muhammad, and they sit up there and take a picture together like it's normal behavior. Not saying they can't take a picture together and be brothers, but they high-fiving in the locker room. I got her, you get her. Did she do to you what she did to me? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And this is what I'm saying. How can this be real? This is a sham. And now I'm using Malik as an example. I'm using Babu as an example. But the point that I'm making is how many other situations below the hierarchy are doing the same thing? You know what I'm saying? This ain't going nowhere. And I'm glad Sister Dametria come on. And I was hoping Aisha had firsthand account because this stuff need to be told so this stuff can't go on. This stuff got to stop. This stuff got to stop. Real talk. And the new generation got to come in and wipe you bare belly, carrying guns, putting on all of this G.I. Joe uniform, ain't going to bust a grape. You'll kill each other, but you ain't going to mess with that European. That's right. You're threatened to Hawker Bay, but you ain't going to mess with that European. That European smack you and call you boy. You ain't gonna mess with that European. You know what I mean? But you'll threaten your brother or your sister. And you sisters do the same too. Y'all threaten each other, but y'all on the front line too ain't smacked none of these Europeans yet. You know what I mean? So sis, I'm gonna open up the floor, and if anybody have any questions, yeah, they ain't gonna smack that European. Oh no. Let that European say, go ahead, get in the car. Go get in the car. Go. I believe with Miss Tanya. The woman must lead. I agree with Miss Tanya. The woman must lead, and y'all need to make these jokers marry you. Make them jokers marry you. You ain't gonna marry me. Get popping. Get stepping. No. That's what y'all need to do. Make these jokers marry. You know what I'm saying? And then when they try to step away, take everything they got. That's right. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. And that'll straighten these jokers out. Because these jokers really think that y'all are, I mean, listen, this is the European psychology. European psychology has put in our head that man is the end all and be all. You feel what I'm saying? That the male is the end all be all. When you look at the Bible, everything is described as let us make man. And they look at man as male. I mean, they got God as a man. Everything is a man. Everything is a man. Everything is a man. Everything is a man. But that's European psychology and indoctrination. Because from the respect of how God does things, the most prized possession that ever entered this earth and walk on earth is carried through a woman. So the highest degree of teaching comes through a woman. But women, they want to follow these men, and these men is worthless. You got to stand on your square and make them follow you through righteousness, though. And when I say righteousness, I'm talking about just the right thing.
That's right.
They're following men. But y'all carry the most prized possession that has brought this earthly life millions of years from yesterday into today. Millions. There is only one way that woman can be produced is through a woman. So who is the greatest teacher? Stop following these jokers. I'm telling you, me and my wife go bat to bat, but my wife say, I'm your security. That's what she say to me. Right. We go toe to toe. I don't want to hear nothing she got to say sometimes. But when I'm in my quiet moment, I'll be like, And I tell every brother, if you got a wife, listen to your wife. Listen to your wife. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Argue with her. Call her crazy. But deep down inside, you better be listening. I'm telling you, that don't mean that there's an imbalance. We all have our place, but the shame and the glory has been misplaced. The woman should be trying to implement that divine teachings to put us in the divine space. But so women need to stop trying to cater to these low down, bottom of the barrel men. I'm still trying to fix myself too. So I ain't perfect, but I just see life for what it is. So with that being said, we don't want to get messy, but I got to bring my sister in, boss lady, Sister Janae. I'm going to bring her in since I couldn't now she was there. So I can respect her position because she was there. But now, I don't want this to get messy. Keep it classy, but let's keep it real. Let's go. You got a little echo.
Uh-oh. I don't know how to get that out, man. What is it? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you good.
Okay.
But you got an echo. You got to do something with that.
Hello.
You got to do something with that echo.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, sister. You look very nice tonight. Thank you.
So you.
Mm-hmm.
You got a major echo though, sis.
What kind of echo? I mean, I'm not at home, so I'm not at home. So let me try to get this out.
Every time I talk, it's an echo.
It's an echo. You want me to leave out and come back in?
Bro Charles say greetings, lovers and haters. Now listen,
Oh yeah, because I mean, you know,
I may be guilty of some stuff, but I will not allow somebody to come on here and talk about Brother Charles, or anybody else for that matter, that got second and third hand information. And in fact, if somebody come and talking about somebody, I hope you're bringing a solution with you. Because again, we're not going to sit up here and I mean, we can get it all out and spit it all out, but at the end of the day, what's the solution? And I think the solution is throw these raggedy men under the bus and put them up in a muffler and y'all take over. And bring in some young brothers, some young sisters, and teach them right. That's my solution. Let me see. Oh, my fault. There you go, sis. Can you hear? Hold on. All right, go ahead. I'm going to mute myself and let you talk, sis, because I'm echoing in there. So go ahead, sis. The floor is yours. Let me unmute you. Hold up. Oh, you got to unmute yourself, sis. Sis Janae, I muted you. There you go. There you go. All right, there you go.
I can't hear nothing.
Why you keep muting me? You muted me, or is it too much?
No, it said that you muted yourself. It wasn't me. You good now?
Oh no, I didn't mute myself. I didn't mute myself, but like I said, I didn't want to get on here and let this be a mud-slinging contest because I still love this sister and I still had a lot of respect for her. And I tried to warn her about falling in behind these men. Okay, and as far as Brother Charles go, when his first mission, he disrespected a queen. He left a girl that he brought on the mission to Durham, North Carolina, her and her baby, threw them out of the car. Okay, in Durham, North Carolina, when we went up there for Gary Kimber, the hanging of Gary Kimber in Durham, North Carolina. This boy was hanging in a tree. That was the first time I met Brother Charles. And I told her then, I said, you just be careful. We all went to Atlanta together. It was all, I'm going to be right beside him. She been riding with Charles for a long time, and I can understand that. But that incident that happened in Durham, North Carolina, we should have wrote him up then. We wouldn't have had to go through all the stuff that we've been going through in the Panther Party. Had me and Aaron go get on, let Aaron Harris come on here and speak his truth, because I need to let him know that I'm not mad at him either. Everybody want to get on here and point fingers at Janae like I had something to do with this stuff. I didn't have nothing to do with this shit. I didn't have nothing to do with the setup. I didn't make no real decisions. I was just as in the blind as everybody else. But it seemed like everybody else gonna tell me what I was doing and what I played a part in. And knowing good and well, I didn't have no part in none of this stuff. I'm the one that got set up. Y'all came to my house. Y'all know, I told you, they bugged my house. The girls in my chapter was with the shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these people attacking me. I got the Sisters of the Underground attacking me. I got you flipping on me. I'm always ready for somebody to switch up. But I ain't never think that you would get on here and try to clown me about that shit with Biko, and you know what I was going through.
I didn't try
Demetria,
to clown
you knew. Yes, you did. You made a whole circus act. Let me speak, because I heard what you had to say, and it hurt me to my heart, sister. I'm gonna just let you know that right now, because I got feelings too. And I loved y'all. I loved you. I love Keisha. I love Preston. I love Azrael. I love Aaron and Brenda and all of that. And every last one of y'all turned y'all back on me. Everybody turned their back on me. You understand what that feels like? Queen. You call yourself a queen and you got a sense of discernment, but you got on here and tore another sister down that you confided in. And I didn't talk about you. I didn't get on here and say, oh, Dametria was spreading her little pussy all around the new Black Panther Party. I know who you done, your personal business. You don't say that I didn't know Biko last. I didn't know his name. How do you say that? At least Biko married me. The ones you was fucking wasn't trying to.
Hold up. We got to stop
You know
trying
what
to
I mean?
slide. Hold up, sis. Let's stop trying to slide in. We try to slip it in. The point of, like, how does this start off like, you look good, queen, and then we get to this. Let's slow it down for 1 second. Let me ask Sister Boss Lady. Hold up, Sister Dametria. I got you. Let me unmute Boss Lady. Let me, 1 second. Let me unmute Boss Lady. Oh, you got to unmute yourself, Boss Lady. I don't know why I can't unmute you. Oh, there you go. So
Okay.
Boss Lady.
Look, and
I know you upset. Hold up.
I apologize for getting emotional. I do apologize for getting emotional. Because
Sis, hold up 1 second. I know that you're upset, right? But at the end of the day, please try to articulate your anger in another way so we can get through this. You know what I mean?
Listen, I've been trying to get through this for a whole year. I have been dealing with this backbiting, lying on, dissension. Oh, you did. You know what I mean? People trying to tell me what I did, and I wasn't even involved in half of this stuff. I was there at the tribunal that we ain't even supposed to be talking about. And I'm just letting you know, sister, you threading on thin ice. Thin ice. Nobody was supposed to know what was going on at that tribunal. Nobody was supposed to be aware that we was even meeting.
Let's be fair. Sis. Hold up. I'm gonna mute you so it don't echo. And then I'm gonna let Sis Dametria respond. I'm gonna mute you for 1 second because of the echo. All right. So you said nobody's supposed to know about the tribunal, but we got a sister that you referred me to that's about to. She said that she got all the notes. She interviewed everybody, and she wanted to talk about the whole tribunal right here. And you connected the sister to me, so that's kind of odd. That's kind of odd that it's not supposed to be talked about, but you referred the sister to me that was about to talk about even more from notes that she received, though, Boss Lady. That's not fair. You can unmute your mic. You can unmute your mic. You understand what I'm saying? Why she unmuting her mic? What I'm saying is that. Okay, go ahead, sis.
Listen, I'm just speaking Panther law right now. Aisha could have cleared up a lot of things that have been going on in the Black Power movement. You didn't really give her the opportunity.
She wasn't there. I don't rock like that.
Yeah, but she has been facilitating and interviewing all of these people.
She wasn't there though.
She wasn't present in person, but she was there on the phone.
No, it don't work like that. We have the internet.
But I mean,
let me pause for a minute. Listen. This is how things get lost in translation. When we allow someone to speak for us when we can speak for ourselves. You wouldn't want somebody to speak for you if you can speak for yourself. So why should she be able to speak for 12, 15, she said 13 people, when 13 people have the same ability to speak for themselves? That's not fair. How can that be fair? She can't speak for them. She can't say, well, this what happened at the tribunal. This is what came up with. Well, why not one of the men that facilitated the tribunal come up with the notes that she took and represent that? Not her. That's not making sense, sis. And this is why this is straight confusion. Why not the man, whoever called the tribunal, whoever facilitated, whether it was Malik, whether it was some leader, There was a man, not someone that spoke with people off the phone. They should have took them notes from her and then say, you know what? Let me represent that. That's how a delegation move. But I'll let you go ahead, sis, and then I gotta let Demetria talk. Go ahead, sis. My bad. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay,
you're muted. There you go.
First of all, the tribunal was held through the underground. We cannot reveal who those underground members are. They are not to be spoken upon. They are not to be discussed. They are not to be put out in the forefront. And the number one thing I told all of my Panthers that in my chapter was, what kind of Panther do you want to be? A daytime Panther or a nighttime Panther? If you just want to do strictly work, you just want to be an underground revolutionary, I can forward you to the underground revolutionaries. If you want to do community service work and be for the people and be in front of the cameras and do all this hoorah and Black Power stuff, I can refer you to that section of the new Black Panther Party or any military formation. The people that held the tribunal, which I would not speak on, I would not say my brother's name. I would not put them out there like that, just like I wouldn't do for some other people. I'm not going to talk about him because that's private information. This is the problem with these people. They have not been properly vetted. They have not been properly trained. And they run their damn mouth.
Sis, you back Akbar. You back Akbar. And Akbar walk away while 4 people get locked up with a gun that he had on his possession, sis. Come on, sis. You're not being fair. You're not being fair, sis. This is what's going on, sis. You're using a standard for somebody else that you're not using for yourself. See, with me, I'm going to use the same standard that I use for somebody else. I'm going to use myself. If I say that they're not being properly vetted, the guy that I say is legit, I'm going to properly vet him. I don't think you properly vetted Akbar. You haven't properly vetted Akbar. You haven't properly vetted Malik. You haven't properly vetted these people. Or if you did, then you holding that back, and I understand that too. But however, the thing still remains. It still remains, sis, that there was 4 people in the car. 3 gets locked up. Akbar walk away after he tells the people it's his gun. And you vouch for him. You say he's solid after he walks away. That's not good, sis. That's just not good. That's just not good. But now you want somebody else to be properly vetted, et cetera, et cetera. You have to use the same standards straight across the board, even if it's your mama. Even if your sister, your friend, your cousin, your most loved person in your life, you use the same standards straight across the board. And that's how you get a balanced measure in life. The same standard I use here, I use on my mama. I might not do a show on her, though. Let Sister Demetria talk. But I love you. I love you, boss lady. I'm just saying, though, it seems you got a little bit of bias with your standard. You got to use it across the board. Let me get Sister Demetria in. Sister Demetria, you wanted to respond?
Of course I wanted to respond. Because first of all, control your emotions. Second of all, I ain't threatening on trend. I ain't worried about nothing, Janae. You already know how I'm coming. I'm not worried about anything. None of y'all. You in DC and none of y'all. And that's not a threat, it's a promise. And I keep saying that on here and on my lives. Just don't bring nothing to North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, to be exact. Because I tried to keep it cute and classy. I ain't never had to spread eagle. Never in this movement. And you know that, and everybody else knows. The 2 people that I was with know that I was with them. You didn't get married. If you say Akbar married y'all, you didn't even know this man's name. And then you're talking about the tribunal, and then this man is your brother. You switched up on your so-called brother for Aisha. And this man is the one that told me to mention it. So if it was so underground, I wouldn't have never mentioned it. I follow the code, baby, and I'm no longer a part or affiliated with the new Black Panther Party, so I can do what I want to do at any given day. You know, I'm not scared of you. You do archery, baby. I got real guns. Don't play with me. And I tried to keep it cute. And you know what you said at the tribunal, and you know what you said on Thursday about Brother Charles and us pushing dope and all this other kind of stuff through the movement, and you know that's not true. And you talking about RICO charges, baby. I promise you'll get one. I promise you'll get one before we do. I promise you that. You are like the cat lady. You have nothing going on in your life. All you have is Akbar Nim, the new Black Panther Party, giving out food and clothing. Exactly. And that's why your feelings are hurt. That's why I didn't want to do this show. Because your feelings is hurt, baby. I can't help it. You upset because you're not me. And I do have the evidence, just like Aisha does. Aisha is not a part of the new Black Panther Party, so you went against the grain. You read your manual. You the one led the people as a chairwoman to Little Washington and got the people locked up, and Akbar, the one you supposed to be sleeping with, walked away, and your husband, so-called husband, got locked up. Don't come for me, Janae. Don't come for me.
Sis Dametria, hold up. She said she ain't never sleep with no Akbar. She said it many, many times.
You, Anna, and everybody else have. That's why Anna left the new Black Panther Party, because that man was sleeping with her and he got married because you cooked for the wedding. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And I'm not a queen, I'm a goddess, baby.
Listen, wait a minute. Let me tell you something, family. We're not going to turn this into the Jerry Springer show over here. Now, hold up. You muted.
No, we're not.
Hold up. Good goodness gracious. Janae says she has never slept with no Akbar.
Child, please.
She said it many times, and they always accuse her of that. So I don't, you know what I mean? Why people keep accusing her of that when she already said that that's not the case?
The same reason she accused everybody else of doing stuff that they're not doing. Because she doing it.
My God, let me let Sister Janae speak.
Please.
I gotta give you a
please. Listen.
No,
I'm not gonna get on here.
Sister Dametria, please don't.
Hold on. I'm not gonna get on here and talk about how you done accused. Hold up. John Harris was flying you out.
Hold up.
You said John Harris trying to fly you out to get that little pussy. You say, I know you done fucked with Charles.
And I didn't go. He did want to fly me out because that's what the niggas do in the party, Janae. And I told you that.
None of them offered to marry you. None of them offered to marry you.
Wanted to fly me out. He
did.
did.
Your fucking hair off for Charles. You cut your hair off for Charles. I never slept with Mr. Akbar. I never. I mind being, you know what?
Charles, she said I cut my hair off for you, bro. She said I cut my hair off.
Hold up. This is what I'm saying.
You did. It don't matter, Demetria. You cried on my shoulders about these niggas. You called me crying about these men that you were sleeping with that didn't want you. You called me crying. You called me crying. You called me crying about my brother, who I would not repeat. That's right. Yeah, you did. You booed, cried, everything. You got mad because he did not want you. You are a woman scorned.
How can he not?
You a woman scorned, and yes, okay.
Look in the comments, baby. Look in the comments.
You mad because he didn't want you. You tell the truth.
Look in the comments.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I was just with the
I don't have no reason to lie on my
weekend with Janae. Cut it. You think you know, baby. That's just how private people's lives are. Because you put everything out on Facebook. Because you put everything out on Facebook.
Y'all was screwing right behind each other. You and Anna was in competition with to see which motherfucking general y'all can get the fastest. You gonna bring Anna Winston up? Why you bring her up? She slept with the rest of them in the Black Panther Party too.
Everybody. You done spell out with Sparkle, me, Lakeisha, and the Sisters of the Underground. Baby, you're the problem.
Look, it didn't have nothing to do with me.
You're miserable.
It had nothing to do with today.
You're miserable.
You're the problem because you're a woman. You didn't get married. You mad because he didn't want you? You mad because
but
my
we
brother
talk
didn't
every
want
day. Look at the comments, baby.
He did not want you.
Plot
But he
twist,
don't want
baby.
you though. He
Plot
don't want
twist.
you,
You think he
Demetria. I
don't?
told you
You
that.
think he don't?
I
It's a
told
lot of
you.
people that want you,
Like
but I know my
you
worth.
sending
You
naked
the one that
pictures?
got a man every
Why you
month,
sending
Janae.
naked? You taking naked pictures
Every
of
month.
yourself and sending them to these
Every
girls
month.
to prove that you still get your
Yeah.
you still fucking
Right.
around with him.
Like you do.
You
Like you
trifling.
do.
You
Like,
trifling.
thank you, baby.
You're
Thank
trifling.
you.
And you want to get on here.
So we gotta stop for a second, fam. Listen. Hold up, Sister Janae. This is not solving anything. This is the thing at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's men that spearhead these organizations, and you two are sitting here going at each other super hard, and the men is sitting back enjoying the show. These same men that maybe Demetria is friends with, maybe Sister Janae is friends with, they orchestrated all of this. In reality, they orchestrated all this. Because let me tell you something. If you are really part of a liberation organization and you get with a woman within that organization, the best thing that you could do is make that thing tight and fight for liberation together. But the moment that it's a pop and drop, you ain't about no liberation. And no woman should follow up in thinking that it's acceptable to be a slave to a man's passion. No woman should. And what I'm saying is not you, sis. I'm just saying, generally speaking, because you hear about this a lot. And it appears that these brothers, when the sister come in, the first thing they do is start casting lots. Who gonna get her first? That's what it appears. Do you know we did a whole show? Did you see the series that we did with Ali Muhammad? Remember Ali Muhammad? Did you see that series? Go back. If you didn't see that series with Ali Muhammad, you should go and check it out. Ali Muhammad, every sister that joined, he plotted on how he could sleep with them. I'm saying, so it didn't matter to him. Now, this is more on a broader scale. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though, okay, the generals look in the crowd and say, I'm going to get her, or I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get that. And then the sisters looking at these brothers with these guns and this uniform and screaming Black Power. They give this impression of strength. And they rock with these guys, and they find out these guys are trash.
But can I say something? Like, you came on here and made yourself look crazy, because it explains exactly what I have been saying. But John, but see, I try not to put people's business out. Yeah, John Harris did offer to fly me out with a whole live woman that we had been on maneuvers with. But me having class, because I don't care what she say, I know who I've been with, and people know who they, you know what I'm saying? I don't care anything about that, but I have experienced it all inside the movement. Everything is not for Morris World TV. Absolutely. Everything is not for Facebook. And like I said, I tried to keep it classy, but I told you it's attention seeking, bro. So I'm gonna give her what she wants.
So sis, when I'm talking about resolution, right? Have you come to terms that men has orchestrated their dominance over sisters? Even if you like the brother, they're using that like to manipulate.
Yes, I have. And that's why I defend who I defend, and I say what I say, regardless if I'm with them or not. And like I said, that situation don't have anything to do with this situation. And people can say what they want about either one of them, because I know where I stand. You get what I'm saying? Like, me as a woman, I know where I stand. So I'm not worried about that. And my plans with who I'm going to do it with is not y'all business. You will see it when it's time to be seen. You get what I'm saying? My personal business is not y'all business, especially if it's not leaking over into the movement. I know how to carry myself as a lady, a goddess. and teach women because I've been there, done it. I got a hell of a story. So that's what she failed to realize. I know what I'm doing.
As I said to
you, and the resolve is for the woman to do right. She got to know her worth.
There you go.
It ain't always the man. It's not always the man. You're gonna go through whatever you allow a man to take you through. Period.
Absolutely.
When somebody shows you who you are, you believe them. It's just that simple.
My brother Abazu said he gonna be the next
man. Bye about knocking down Big Shirley.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But at the end of the day, I know brothers will be mad at me because at the end of the day, they're supposed to be a freedom fighting organization.
Right.
Whether you are the freedom fighters by name or whether you are a freedom fighter by under the banner of the new Black Panther Party or any other organization, you are fighting for freedom. But many of us are not even free. We're not even free morally. We're not even free spiritually. Like if we really was free spiritually, some of this stuff we wouldn't even attempt to do. And if you free people, that's the gospel that I got to stand on. If you are part of a freedom fighting organization, what you do when they free? You ain't got nothing to give them. You're gonna try
especially if you're not working on nothing yourself. And that's why I can't understand why Janae even got up here and did that. And I'm not trying to scandalize her name or anything, but when you put it on Facebook, it's already out there. Like, come on. So you bringing up pictures or you bringing up this when your stuff is blatantly out there on Facebook. How many men that you change because you haven't healed within yourself? I've healed. I know how to sit alone because I know what I bring to the table. But I know what it is I'm working on as well.
Hold up, she dropped off. Don't do that because she dropped off. But I want to know what that means. Men, you changed. What that mean?
Like I said, as many men as she's changed. You get what I'm saying? Like your stuff is blatantly out on Facebook, but then you want to get up here and try to say some stuff that you're very incorrect about. And that's why I'm okay with it. What does that
mean by men you changed? I don't
as many men as she has changed. Like you with a different man quarterly. Okay. Just like the men, just like you're bringing out the men, I want to bring out women too, because it's women that's in the movement that do the same shit that these men do.
That Big Shirley love jumping around like that. I found out. Yeah,
it's a lot of them. I'm just not that one, and I'm not gonna be labeled as that one.
Right. Man. Let me ask you a question. How long you been a part of the organization, New Black Panther Party, Freedom Fighters, all of this all together? How long?
Now 5 years, 6 years.
5 years. Have y'all? What is? And this is just a serious question. And I know people might wonder these things. What is the ultimate goal of this New Black Panther Party, Freedom Fighters, the Liberation Organization? What is the ultimate goal, and what is the roadmap to get there? Do you know?
I mean, right now, no, I don't know. I mean, I couldn't even tell you because, like I said, coming in, I thought it was solely about like the New Black Panther Party was going into the neighborhoods, changing things, being, community policing, all this other kind of stuff. So
Aisha said, my record is clean. I haven't slept with anyone. You ain't met nobody.
Right. Because you stay in Chicago and you mad about a man that stays in Wilson, North Carolina, baby girl. Stop it.
Stop it. Sis, but you have to be there, sis.
But it's the truth.
Be there, sis. You have to be there. I mean, you can't. I won't let somebody come on here and, I mean, have your own experience first. I mean, face to face. I mean, boots on the ground, something. But to come up here and say that you got receipts on 13 people and you never met the 13, nah.
She didn't even meet the one in person that you claim up and down you were engaged to. So, baby girl, stop.
Yeah. OC the fake.
You're mad over a man that you claim you were engaged to and you never even seen him. Stop it.
Now call OC the fake. OC the fake love those. I mean, that's my son. That's my son. OC the fake. I'm gonna give you that story. OC the fake. That's my son. You know what I mean? Everything I do, I'm gonna do a debate. Watch he do a debate. Goofball. Oh, goofball, you.
It's coming.
Yeah, everything
It's
I do,
coming.
he gonna do. That's right. He gonna, if he ain't call you, he gonna call you. He gonna call my next guest. He gonna call my next guest. That's what he do.
He reached out the other day on Facebook.
He reached out to you?
He reached out the other day. Bro, he reached out Friday morning. That's what I'm telling you. Like, people attention seeking. I don't have time for it, man.
Sis, let me ask you. What is your goals for the next 5 years in your life? Let me ask you that.
For my life,
what do you,
I'm getting ready to enter nursing
personally?
school. I'm getting ready to enter in nursing school. You know, my main goal anyway for me is my household. The revolution starts in my household first. That's point blank, because I have 3 beautiful children. One that just graduated, getting ready to go to college. I have a 13-year-old and I have a 10-year-old. You know, so my life is busy, and my personal life is my personal life, and whatever me and whoever is working on, is working on. Like, my plans were to move out of North Carolina until a whole lot of stuff started transitioning and all this, and me to do my own organization, my own women's organization, because I'm tired of following behind men, because I know that I'm powerful and I have a voice, and I have been like this since coming up. You know, I have a mind of my own, and that's why people are mad. You can't sway me. When I have my mind set up on something, I'm going to follow through with it. And whatever Yahweh has for me is already for me. And ain't no man or woman going to be able to take that away from me. Right. You know, I don't put a whole lot out.
That's good, sis. And I hope, and I wish you success in creating your organization, because I'm going to tell you, sis, more sisters got to jump out front and lead. I tell my wife all the time, be a boss, be a boss, be a boss. You know what I mean? I mean, she's a boss. I mean, she carry on, but I just keep drilling. Be a boss, be a boss, be a boss. She a boss by nature, but I still just keep saying it. Be a boss, be a boss, be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think sisters realize that they really got the power. You know what I'm saying? Even when you talk to these guys that think they shooting the best game or the slickest lines or the innuendos, like, many sisters such as yourself already know what's going on before it kick off. You know, you hoping he change and get right. You know he's slime ball. You know he might go left. He got 60% to go left, 40% to be a stand-up guy.
Right.
And most women take the gamble.
Right.
In this day and time, most women take the gamble that he will be a stand-up guy. And quite frequently, it never happens. So my advice to sisters, my advice to sisters, get the guy that's a stand-up from the break and make them work for it. That's right. I tell you, my wife told me I don't date. What you talking about? I'm Tahaka Bay. Yes, you do. With that being said, let me bring my sister back, and I hope we can get some reconciliation. Let's see. I see my brother Rico in the building, but I want to get some reconciliation. Let's see if we can try. Please, Sister Janae. Sister Janae, can we try to get some reconciliation?
You unmuting me.
No, I didn't mute you.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, we got to get some reconciliation. We got to. That's exactly why I came back on. I got kicked off of some kind of hell. I didn't just leave. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But no, it's just some kind of how I got disconnected. But I came on here and I told you this is the last time that I'm addressing any of these people with all of these accusations and all this stuff. People is sitting back laughing at us. They making a mockery of the things that we have done and the work that we have put. You know how it made me feel to have to walk away? Because I'm not in the party anymore either. I'm not the chairwoman of Washington, D.C. anymore either, but I continue to do my programs. You got on here and tried to diminish the fact that I had a food program or whatever. That it might not mean much to you in Charlotte, but it means everything to the people in D.C. You understand what I'm saying? So don't diminish the work that we have been doing. Demetria. We put a lot of work in. We put a lot of hard work in. She did say, she said, so we all got food programs. And that was like, dad, you know, the things we had talked about.
Because we do.
You know, and then I was going to even invite you into a all female formation that I'm a part of with the original Black Panthers. I don't have to ever deal with the new Black Panther Party no more. We do archery, we do camping, we train the little girls how to shoot bow and arrows, not just guns and things like that. I have a lot of things that I have not discussed. I just fell off completely because it was so hurtful, the amount of pain and the thing. When people get hurt, they hurt other people. Hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? I apologize to you because I'm hurt. I'm hurt by this because you was the one last person I thought that would switch up on me. But I'm always prepared for the switch up. Always.
But Janae, do you understand that?
Put your personal business out there. Don't tell mine.
But Sister
Janae, that's the difference between you and I.
Sister Janae, but do you understand?
Girl, that? You care because your business is out there too.
I don't care. That's why I'm on the show,
baby. Let me say this. I got to echo in the delay with Sister Janae. But what I want to say is that I got to pause so I can. Okay. But do you understand, Sister Janae, no matter what y'all gripe is, that this is an energy that is flowing through these freedom fighting organizations, and this energy is started by the men. Do we understand that? And I've told Sister Dametria that off camera.
It started by some of these messy women too, though, brother.
But no, it's the men that's the leader. Once the men, this is how poop roll downhill. Men do what they see done. So if you have leaders that are loose, male or female, the top leaders in all of these organizations are what? Men. So if the men put the energy out, the energy that this type of behavior is okay. Like for instance, after a formation, everybody sit down and crack a beer, roll up a blunt, smoke cigarettes, and talk some stuff. If the leader's sitting there, whether he indulges or not, he has created an atmosphere that now when people are in their local chapters, they begin to express that atmosphere. And that lady could be a commander or a captain in her local chapter, but she have received the acceptance of that behavior from the national leader. And so if the national leader is sleeping around, the national leader have no moral compass, that anybody feel as though it's okay. There is no repercussions. How many times somebody was truly suspended and it meant something to them? They don't care. They go start another organization because ain't no pride in being on New Black Panther no more. So what? I'll go start the organization called the Back Alley Cats. I'll go start an organization called the Long Rangers. You know what I mean? The Lone Rangers. You know what I mean? Because they don't feel like they losing nothing anyway. So it all starts with the leaders is what I'm saying. And now when it rolled downhill, women may go seek men be married, leave their wife at home, and it become acceptable behavior. That's all I'm saying. The energy, it's the energy that has been that flows through the movement.
Can I say something? Can I say something? Okay. All jokes aside, Taharka, I mean, I've been in every kind of organization you can imagine.
Hold up, sis. My bad. There you go. Okay, you good. I'm trying to mute myself. I muted you. Go ahead.
Okay. In all fairness, that's it. You got it right. Okay. I've been in all kind of organizations. I have been in the social clubs. I've been in the motorcycle clubs. I've been into nonprofit organizations. I've been in the fairy godmother projects. I have done everything dealing with groups and community activism and everything. Every time it's a female in a male situation, you end up with this type of stuff going on. Some you know what, some messing around, sleeping around, this person sleeping with that person, that person. I was determined when I got into the new Black Panther Party not to bring none of that energy into the movement because it's too important. We looking like some fools over some dick and pussy shit. You know what I'm saying? We looking real stupid right now. Listen, let me finish, and I'm gonna let you finish respectfully. We looking foolish because people have gotten their feelings hurt because of sleeping around. And any man that I was with, and you're right, hey, I'll switch them up. I'm a Taurus. I don't play. No bull. I'm the Taurus you can't shit on. I had plenty of men, but I ain't never slept with none of these brothers in the new Black Panther Party. Never. Ever.
You said with Biko?
Ever. If I slept with them, because I made them a Panther, okay? Not
he
was
still
with the men in the new Black Panther Party.
He was still a Panther,
none of them.
I guess to make it sound good for you. To make it sound
good. Look, what you do with your kitty cat is your business. You stop. You stop, Demetria. Seriously, stop. Let me finish. Like I said, I told my girls in my chapter, do not start sleeping around with these men. They got wives. They only looking for some fun on the weekend. You are not going to be their wife. They not going to wife you. They not going to boo you up. They not going to be with you. I told you that. Don't do it.
But you don't know what I got going on in my life right now, Janae. That's the whole thing. I'm from a person that switch up me. Get out of here. You can't tell me nothing when you switch me and like draws, baby.
A lot of them and they didn't want it and you got mad. You're a fucking junkie. Y'all motherfuckers look, and I never said the new blend. Let me clear this up. Let me just get here and clear it up, and I'm gonna let y'all have it. I never said the North Carolina chapter was cookie dope. I was talking about Charles selling that dope to that boy in Atlanta from Tennessee. He know what the fuck I'm talking about. You snort powder too, so you damn sure with the shit. I heard all of y'all was cokeheads in North Carolina. That's what I heard. Wow. That's why I said you co-signing.
I'm a cokehead and I'm getting ready to be a whole lot of nurse. You stay at home and do nothing because you have lupus and sick, baby girl. I'm getting ready to be a whole lot of nurse out here. What are you talking about?
That's your nursing
What are you talking about? You sound like stupid. Never did cocaine.
It don't matter. What are you talking?
Never did cocaine.
You making up stuff. You trying to say
you look like you do it foaming at the mouth. You need to cut it, Janae. You need to cut it. You needed some attention, baby. Your cat's not around that you can feed. You needed some attention tonight. You needed some attention. Oh, God.
No, I be ranking. Like you. Good, you got it. That's good. You got it. Peace out. Peace. Good, you got it. That's good. You got it. Peace out. Peace. Good, you got it. That's good. You got it. Peace out. Peace. Good, you got it. That's good. You got it.
This is supposed to be what liberates our people. This here. Sister Janae, hold up. Who got their mic open? Somebody got to close their mic. I got it. Oh, so Sister Janae be starting off like it's really, really good. And then she just go off and pull out the hammer and just clack, 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 clack. Like, I'm like, whoa, man. I'm thinking we getting somewhere. Next thing I know, she like, clack, 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 clack. God, Doug. And at the end of the day, each and every one of you, and I'm not saying nobody is right or wrong. Each and every one of you is supposed to represent the freedom fighting constituent. I represent the Moorish Americans constituents, and I provide my platform, our platform, and my wisdom that come to the platform. Anybody who has it can offer it. It is what it is. We got all different facets of our community, all different sectors of our community, and I think this is the platform where we should all be able to express ourselves. But the part of the community that's supposed to protect us, look at this. This is heavy. This is heavy here. And I just let it play out because we need to see ourselves. You know what I mean? I think we need to go back and look at this. Remember, you are the part of the community that's supposed to protect us. You know what I mean? And it's like this. The European has set us up in such a way, whereas though at a young age, many of us has lost the right to even bear arms due to how the system is set up. You follow what I'm saying? And many of us have lost the right to bear arms. And so we have to move very smart, if you will, in order to protect ourselves in this crazy world. You follow what I'm saying? But those who have not lost that privilege, seems to be gone amok. It's ran amok. It's like y'all gonna kill each other. It's like you gonna get mad. They gonna get mad at me for doing a Moorish World TV platform. They're gonna aim at me. Y'all gonna get mad at each other. Y'all gonna kill each other. And the European is sitting there having a wonderful time. He's having a wonderful time. And so, my sister ODB got her kombucha. But now hold on. Let me allow. I'm gonna get my sister ODB in the building. But I gotta first let Sister Cece speak. She hit the link. So let's allow Sister Cece to speak. And these are all tonight. These are our queens. These are the mothers of the universe. Let's try to act like it. Come on, Sister Cece.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sister Cece. Freedom Fighter. Okay, now I heard a bunch of lies. I'm tired of these females trying to come after Charles, and he's not even like he don't have no rape charges and raped a woman from state to state. Y'all need to stop that clown shit stuff. Y'all need to stop that clown stuff. Down in that man. That man done did a lot for the community. Y'all don't even know. If that's the case, he wouldn't even have his daughter. Most of y'all don't even have y'all kids. We should be uplifting him for him even getting his daughter at a young age. This don't make no sense. Do you have proof of it? It's all about hearsay. You always go to a second party on some BS. Enough is enough. If you don't have no receipts, I think you should shut up. Real talk. And my sister up there, she knows exactly what she's talking about. I love her. She been putting boots on the ground with us. And all this coke, I never seen no coke. Y'all need to stop it. I can't hear you.
I ain't seen no coke either.
Right. Ain't that something? Where's the receipt? Stop telling lies. Stop telling lies. Y'all always do that he say, she say stuff. Y'all look like some daggone clowns.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I'm hearing, especially about Brother Charles. They say I heard. That should never be the case. It always should be firsthand account when someone is accused of peddling drugs within within the liberation community or the religious community. It always should be. It should never be I heard. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
right.
it should never be I heard. So
tearing down a man. That's all it is.
So Sister Janae back in. So hold 1 second, Sister CC. Let me allow my sister ODB. ODB, you to hit the link. Somebody must hit a nerve. Come on, ODB. What you got? Oh, unmute yourself. Let me
different, Grand Sheik.
There you go. There you go. There you go. The floor is yours.
So I'm gonna approach this a little bit different, Grand Sheik. You and I have sat down face to face. We've had conversations, and I just put it out there the way I see it. I was really disappointed tonight. The behavior is just uncalled for. We're supposed to be trying to find a way to come together to clean up these organizations and get them working for a common goal, which is to help liberate. And instead, we're sitting here fighting and fussing. And I guarantee you those guys are probably watching and they are having a blast laughing, thinking that this is absolutely hilarious. I'm not authorized to say the name of the organization I'm in, but the organization that I'm in, first of all, if we go somewhere, I trust anybody in my organization with my life because the vetting process is extensive. And like all of the personal stuff, that doesn't come into our organization. If you're together before you join the organization, okay, that's one thing. But this kind of behavior, they'll scrap everybody and just start over. I truly believe that in these different groups, yeah, we talk about the leaders and everything, but I believe that in these groups, I truly believe that most of the people in these groups have good intentions.
Oh,
I just think that they're kind of stifled because of the leadership.
There you go, sis.
And so what we need to do.
I'm sorry to cut your wisdom.
Right, and I'm talking about anybody.
That's what I keep harping on. The boots on the ground, regular, everyday people really are ready to fight. But the leaders are using their loyalty against them.
And then y'all on here fighting like you are, that's their entertainment. Don't give them that. Just stay away from it. But I think that with the right leadership, 90% of the people in these organizations, they would be something to reckon with. But they just don't have the right leadership. At this point, with everything going on, we're disenfranchised, and people are looking for something to believe in. And if they had an organization with a leader that basically kept the personal out of the organization and had a focus, like, as you know, Grand Sheik, our focus, our mission statement is uplifting fallen humanity. We work constantly. We don't get paid. We come out of our pocket. We work constantly. I probably put in 3 hours just today. But, we do so much work and you never hear about it because that's not our purpose. You're not going to see it on Facebook. You're not going to hear about it in the news. But I promise you, there's many of us and we're doing work constantly. Half the time, the people we're helping don't even know who we are.
You know what's funny to me? I want to just add, what's funny to me is how our people are quick. I mean, especially in a freedom fighting organization and some of our religious organization, we quick to point out the indiscretions of the European, the cracker this, the white man this.
But the thing is, why are we pointing out the problems with the Europeans? That's known. We know that. We know we're up against there.
But what I was going to say is that when you look at even when them fake militias was coming out, those European militias that was coming out during the Grandmaster J era, you can see a different cohesiveness than what you witness with our people. You know what I'm saying? You actually could see it. You know what I'm saying? And even if you've seen some of the cameras behind the scenes, you like, yeah, my old lady over there, she got a pot of beans there on the back of the truck right there. And they had a different type of camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Right. And when you look at the behind the scenes that I've seen of us, Grandmaster Jay cussing people out, hey, if you mother up of I'm like, what?
No.
You look at these Europeans that we call the devil, we call all of these crazy names, you know what I'm saying? They seem to, even behind the scenes, because you can catch that footage on the internet, they have a different type of energy as it relates to them trying to annihilate us or trying to show that they have some type of cohesiveness that is ready to deal with us. But us, behind the scenes, oh my goodness.
And
I
I'll
was
tell you
looking at
another
behind the
thing.
scene at Tulsa. I said, good goodness of gracious.
And another thing you won't catch me doing, Grand Chic, is coming on this show defending no man.
Bet not.
They can speak for themselves.
You bet not.
And if they don't speak for themselves, then it must not be important enough to be said.
Yeah, exactly. So let me see if I can get back to
Exactly.
Let me see if I can get back.
Sister Janae, let me ask you this.
Yeah, I hear you.
So you do your own thing. I gotta mute you because it's echoing. So you do your own thing. I'm gonna try to mute you real quick. I don't want that echo bouncing back. All right. There you go. So look, you do your own thing. You helping the people in your community. Why does it always, these conversations always overflow? How long? I think you have left the Panthers. I mean, I would think over 6 months. Why does it always overflow and you back in the middle of the conversation of the drama that comes with the liberation organizations if you left the organizations over 6 months ago? I would just scrap it and keep it pushing. But your name seems to always come up. You know what I mean? You always come up. You know what I mean? Like, but when you look at Sister Dametria, she was like, you know, I don't even know if I want to do this. I don't even know if I want to do this. And I was like, you know, let's see if we can do this and get some resolution. Although it turned into a circus, the ultimate goal would be some sort of resolution. And so if you're feeding your community and your focus is your community, there is no need for this conversation to be had and you be a part of it because you're no longer a part of this. Sister Dametria said that it was a wrap for her, and she was up to the last minute was like, I don't know if I really want to do this. I'm done. So in a nutshell, if you're done, I think you should just be done. I mean, Boss Lady is the name that you carry from your biker days. So that's cool. But all of your Panther stuff and all of that Panther connotation, you should just wipe the slate clean, keep it moving, and be born again. Create your organization. If your organization already there, rebrand it, if you will, keep it moving. But I wouldn't entertain this stuff any longer. I just wouldn't. I mean, at some point it becomes a waste because it's just toxic drama. At the end of the day, 2 weeks from now, somebody else say something about you. You respond. When does it end? When does it end? Sister Cece, are you there? Sister Cece look like she done blacked out on me. Sister Cece, are you there? ODB, you can unmute, say something, anything you want to say?
I pretty much said what I wanted to say. I just felt that I needed to just say that because it just really broke my heart, the turn that the show took. So
well, I'm so glad that you chimed in, and I hope you chime in more often due to the fact that a lot of women needs to chime in. We need to chime in because I'm telling you, your energy is the energy that fixes things. And it is what it is. Much of the destruction that we see in our world, and I'm not male bashing, you know what I'm saying? Much of the destruction that we see in our community is done by men. Do we notice that? Do we ever really notice that? Do we really pay attention? It's mostly men. In our community, we like people. I say, well, you know, it's the situation, it's the social construct. But in our community, you go on the block, it's men on the block killing one another. You go into prison, it's more men in the prison. That's us. And yes, it is a setup. It is a setup. But even in these organizations, when it run amok, it's because of men. It's the men that's the leaders.
But Grand Sheik, they're not doing it.
And that's why I work to try to fix myself. I'm not nowhere near perfected. Nowhere near the mark. Nowhere near. So don't hold me to it. I'm nowhere near it. But I recognize my imperfections so I can work on it. You follow what I'm saying? But it seems like many of us ignore our imperfections, and so we don't have to work on it. I see majority of the destruction coming from us. And the women seems to gravitate to these type of energies, and we never find resolution. But that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? Many might want to blame a woman. I can't blame a woman because when I look out here in this world, I see majority of the destruction done by us, men. So y'all got to change y'all energy. You change your energy, the man will change. And that's for any woman who listen. If you change your energy and you have your standards, listen. If you walk into a grocery store at any hour of the day and you see a sister with the tight spandex that all the sisters like to wear today, you see, and the guy talked to her and she quickly blushing and she go with the flow. Let me tell you something. There's a 9 times out of 10 chance that the guy is going to take advantage of that attractiveness that she find in him. But you take that same situation and you take a sister that maybe still fine and everything, but you can't see all her curves. And that same guy talked to her. I'm telling you, that guy, and she just look at him and she read him. Yeah, he will want to wife her. He ain't gonna want to wife. He ain't gonna want to wife the one that was easy. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to try to wife the one that he can take to mama. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to try to wife the one that he can lay up with on the weekend. He's not going to do it. Only the one that he can take to mama and be proud and say, this is my wife. So this is something for the women who listening. You know what I'm saying? Hold your standard high. That's the best I can say. With that being said, Sister Cece had to come back in. I gotta let my sister Cece speak. So let's all hear Sister Cece because I think she got cut off. Go ahead, Sister Cece. And let me also, she dropped out again. Let me also say is I'm not defending anybody. I'm not defending nobody. I'm not. I just know that this is a problem that needs to be fixed. This revolutionary movement thing need to be addressed, and it need to be addressed immediately because just like I said, in the media, go back 20 years ago, Fox News, CNBC, CNN, C-SPAN had the Black Panthers and Liberation Organization looking like well-polished machines. But here we go, 20 years later, 15 years later, 5 years later, and we look at it, man, this is raggedy as ever. And this is why they mad at Brother Tahaka Bey, because Brother Tahaka Bey has the mirror in your face and say, look how raggedy you look. Look how raggedy you look. Calling each other queens, calling each other king, calling each other empress, all these little slick names, all of these slick names. And we looking raggedy. We looking real raggedy. We should do it in private. In private, you looking raggedy in public. and I'm not talking about serious people. Now, let me say this. I want to put a disclaimer for all of those who are really putting in the work. This is not you I'm talking to. For all the serious liberators whose heart is in the right place, I'm not talking to you. For all of y'all that's ready to pow when the time comes, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to all of these ones that want to be in front of the camera, and ultimately ego have gotten them taking advantage of their situation by using their situation to get what they want, whether it's from women, whether it's from donations, whether it's from a misrepresentation of who they really are, just to say, look at him, look at that guy, look at this guy. I'm not talking to the true and living warrior, whether it's the warrior princess or the warrior prince. I'm not talking to you. So don't take this personal. There you go, sis. The floor is yours.
Sister Cece or me? Which one of us?
Oh, Demetria, you?
Me. Okay.
Yeah,
like, bro, you know, like I said from the jump, when we talked about this, and I said if it wasn't going to be any resolve in this, I didn't even want to do the show. But me being the woman that I am and will continue to tell my truth, I can't help the way it turns. But me being the woman who I am, I'm going to tell my truth, because I'm going to tell you before anybody else can tell you. I'll tell on myself before I let anybody else tell. But my thing is, stuff that was brought up tonight on this show was personal stuff that was not in the public eye, was not in the movement, this, that, and the third. Then Janae brought up something that happened in Durham years ago when this man first started in the movement. He was not a leader or any of that. So as a woman, as a goddess, it is my job to protect my leader and to stand up for North Carolina, Charlotte, and anybody that I'm loyal to and involved with. You get what I'm saying? When I have boots on the ground, you know, because I don't just follow anybody. Now, mind you, hadn't everybody been doing and feeding this girl the alcohol and everything that we were talking about, none of these things would have transpired. So like they said, when he came there to the maneuver, them not following a manual and never doing the right things, they should have checked him at the door and made him go back down the highway, and none of this would have happened from the first place. Their leaders wasn't in place, because at that time he wasn't even a leader. So talk about facts and talk about the stuff that's in the present day and the things that has happened within the last year in the movement, in the public eye, on the news, with people getting beat up and women getting ran through the movement and stuff like that. We're not talking about 4 or 5 years ago when people wasn't leaders. Everybody has a past. I have a past, but I'm no longer operating in my past. So that's why I really didn't show. But me being who I am, because I knew already what it was, because Sister Aisha does not know anyone that she named or any of the 13 people. She was just basically involved in what the tribunal was. And it's not underground when you have already put pictures out and the information out there, and then you're sharing a tribunal that's getting ready to come up in September. So have the facts right, for me, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I hate the way the show went tonight. I really and truly do, because I don't like getting out of character. But if I have to, I will. Because like I said Thursday, I kept it cute. But you're not going to get on here and do allegations against me when I know for a fact that it's not true. Show the receipts, because I have receipts that I've sent to you. Everything, like I said, is not for the public eye. But I'm not going to water myself down either for anybody. I'm going to continue to stand on my truth and what I know to be right.
I actually think the show did just like I thought it was did, and actually didn't go as far left as I thought, because I wouldn't allow it to. You know,
right.
One of the things that I thought was going to happen, that I think would have happened. One of the things that I think would have happened if I would allow the sister Aisha to come on here, who had no hands-on experience, it would have been a lot of mudslinging accusations which she doesn't have first-hand knowledge of. That's not what we're gonna do. So I know Sister Janae, she's a pistol. You know what I mean? We can expect Sister Janae to bust off. It is what it is. But I think at the end of the day, sis, I think from what I've seen so far, and people may not like me for this, but I don't care. I don't do this for friends. I see you as solid. And this is why I see you as solid. Because before the show, you was actually like, what's this for? For what? But I mean, it's just going to turn into a poop show. And you didn't use those words, but basically that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give you, as we say in the Moorish Science Tip of America, I gotta give you honor because most people come on Moorish World TV, they say some things, and then they be hesitant to come back and back them up, you know. And you were just as firm as you were in your story the other day as you are today, even with a hail of accusations coming at you, if you will. And so at the end of the day, you know, I kind of go with the solid person. I mean, I can't endorse you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, when you look at it for what it is, like, you solid. Like, I mean, like we don't get no manual on how to join an organization. You join an organization, you see somebody that you're interested in, you get with the person, you don't expect it to go left. Boom, you scrap that and you continue. Everybody want a mate in life. Everybody want a companion in life. Like, let's stop acting like we subhuman. You know what I'm saying? But once we learn these lessons, we move forward and then we move different. Do you know what I'm saying? And so I don't see why somebody would try to hold that. I mean, from this day forward, if the behavior goes into the back behavior, then hey, ain't nothing been learned. But I mean, you don't get no manual on how to join an organization, how not to be interested in somebody that may be your leader, or you don't get a manual like that. You know what I mean? Many of us have been through so many struggles, whether they're relationship struggles, personal, you know what I'm saying? That you see somebody that doing what you doing, you like, yeah, this is it. My mind is here, their mind is here, and you try to go with it. So I don't think anybody should hold that against anybody. But now, when you know better, you do better.
You do better, right?
Period, point blank. And my sister Janae said, yeah, I had a lot of men, but it wasn't in the movement.
She had a lot of men.
She said, I had a lot of men. She said, but it wasn't in the movement. But it really doesn't make a difference at that point. You know what I'm saying? Whether they were in the movement or out of movement, that's not something that you want to teach young girls. That's not something that you want to teach our next generation. That's just something that is unacceptable. If you have a daughter and your daughter look at this, would you be proud to say, I had a lot of men? Exactly. Would that be proud? I wouldn't be proud. My little Taji looking at me. I'm telling you, my little Taji, anybody ever seen my son Taji? My little Taji, shoot. My Taji, he don't play no games. He don't play no games. I put my hat on back. He said, Daddy, no, you my dad. Because he was raised with a certain type of discipline, you know what I mean? And a certain type of respect. And even if I put my hat on backwards, he got something to say. I can imagine if I said, yeah, look at that woman. He would lose his mind. He would lose his mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's really bad. And I know my sister is listening, but it's really bad when someone can boldly say, I have a lot of men, but just not in the movement. That's nothing to be proud of. I'm a Taurus. I had a lot of men. That's nothing to be proud of. That's not even something to be said. But it is what it is. Let my sister CC in. But I'm gonna tell you, sis, I think it was a good show. I think it was a necessary show because guess what it did? It gave us the transparency and call a spade. Because sis was gonna come on here and she don't have no firsthand experience. And I suppose that all of these people that she's about to name and all. I read the text where a brother said he was talking to her. Why he don't come on and talk about them people? Go ahead and get her notes because you're active. You're active. I invite you on there to talk about them.
Right.
The same brother that texts me. I invite you to come on and get them notes from her and you talk about it. Because you're active. You were in Mississippi. You've been around Grandmaster Jay. You've been around this for a few years. So you come on and represent what Aisha was going to represent. Other than that, it's nothing but cowardice. And you put a woman out front. So salute to Sister Aisha for her trying to represent what she think is a high principle with calling out this whiteout list. But I don't think it's your responsibility, sis. That's not your responsibility. It's those who are active in the organization, all these men leaders. One should step up and do what they're supposed to do, not put a woman up to it that's not even active in the movement, not on anybody's membership. Not that I know of.
She's not.
So let me get my sister Cece. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Anything you want to say in closing, sis?
I gotta say this. You always stand on the truth. And I know one thing about Dametria, she stands on the truth. I've seen all her receipts. And people just need to stop lying because it's gonna catch up with you and nobody ain't gonna believe you. That's all I have to say.
Indeed. And I will tell y'all, I still love my sister Janae. I do. I think Janae nutty as 13 fruitcakes. But I love my sister Janae. I do. I do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that I'm able to tell people the truth. She might say, for instance, she like, well, tomorrow I don't mess with the Agabe. I understand. But I'm going to tell you the truth as I see it, whether we friends or enemies. I'm going to tell you the same truth. You understand what I'm saying? Whether we friends or enemies, I'm going to tell you the same truth. I'm going to say to my friend, hold up, you're supposed to use the same measure with your ones that you love, even with the same one that you don't love.
That's right.
You can't judge them in a certain respect, but then let that get a pass. You can't do both ways. I'm gonna tell my friend that, and I'm gonna tell my enemy that. I'm gonna tell him the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that being said, it's a saying in the Moorish Science Temple of America that it is better enemies. How it go? It is better that enemies are made by truth rather than friends made by flattery.
That's correct.
If the truth make you my enemy, then you was never my friend in the first place. It is better that enemies are made by truth rather than friends made by flattery.
Woo, good gracious alive.
Because I don't want you to flatter me so you can be my friend and I can be your friend. I want you to tell me the truth so I can fix me. Because we are broken people. Let me let my guest take us out. Sister Dametria, this is beautiful. We got to do this again without the drama. We got to talk about how do you get into nursing school?
Right.
How do the young sisters get through nursing school with the children and the hustle and bustle? We need to have a panel and talk about some things like that in the future. With that being said, sis, what you like to say to take us out? And again, I give a shout out to my brother Charles, because no matter what somebody have said about him, when he came on this show, whatever he said, it touched me, because he said one thing that meant something to me. I said, brother, why you do all that? He said, man, because I love my people. And he was looking crazy under that water with that gun. He was looking crazy. He said, because I love it was something just that simple. He didn't make up no elaborate story. He didn't try to justify it. He just said something so simple. I did it because I love my people. But brother, do you think that was necessary? I thought at the time, I did it because I love my people. He didn't make up nothing. You got to respect that. He could have made up this whole elaborate story. He ain't do none of that. He kept it simple.
That's true.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, I mean, at all this old third-party talk, you know how much stuff people say about me? I'm the last one you can bring second and third-hand information about. You know how much second and third-hand information come out about me? that's not true?
I know.
And now I'm supposed to believe second and third hand information about somebody else? Again, the same measure I use for myself, I'm going to use for everybody else. If I'm not going to accept second or third information and respond to on social media, even when it pertains to me, why should I even entertain second or third information about guests come on the show?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even responding to it. Make a video. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Call me what you want. Call me a woman beater. Call me whatever. I don't care. So why should I respond and entertain that second, third hand information about those who come to my show? Bring the people to the show and we can talk about it. So sis, take us out, sis.
I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you once again, Sister.
Oh, yeah.
I love you. I love all the queens that was on here, including Janae, because vengeance is not mine. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter at the end of the day. Because what Yahweh has for me is going to ultimately always be for me. Always. I have no worries.
Indeed, indeed. So I appreciate y'all, family, and y'all welcome anytime, and anybody is welcome anytime. Even if you think that we don't get along or you think that I don't agree with you, always welcome. But you ain't coming here with no nonsense. You can't come in. You got to come real. That's all I ask. Come real. And this is why another reason why I actually like the guy Desert Eagle. When he came to the show, I feel as though that his presentation on this show has always been real. He be running with them weird people. You know what I'm saying? He be running with them all the time. But on this show, he comes straight real. You know what I'm saying? He comes straight real on this show. I don't know what he do behind the scenes, but on this show, he comes straight real. And so I know a lot of his comrades that rock with him was like, man, why you keep going on there? He come on there anyway, and he keep it real to himself. To thyself be true. To thyself be true. All you got is, I will respect anybody that is true to themselves. You don't have to agree with me. I don't got to agree with you. If I can acknowledge that you're true to yourself, I can respect that. You know what I mean? But with that being said, Thank you, sis. I'm about to get out of here in a second, but I appreciate y'all. And always, you're always welcome. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
So family, we got a serious show coming up soon, family. We got a serious show coming up soon. Yes, indeed. We got a couple serious shows coming up soon. You know what I mean? We got a couple. One of them we got coming up soon is my brother from Detroit. I think it's going to be Wednesday. And this brother, he didn't stand down. He didn't stand down with the authorities, and I mean, he was getting busy. You know what I mean? He was getting busy, but he's going to allow me, him and his I'm not going to name him yet, but him and his team are going to allow me to interview them. You know what I mean? It's going to allow me to interview them, and I think this is going to be one for the books. Because he's been putting in work for years, but at the end of the day, it's kind of controversial. I mean, the type of liberation and freedom fighting that he does is kind of controversial, and so I'm going to interview him. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Also, I'm going to bring I got to get in touch with my brothers, you know, and get them on the show. I say PFK boom. Yeah, I got to get with PFK. I'm gonna call him tomorrow. I'm gonna get him on the show. I'm gonna get my big brother, Big Wolf. I'm gonna get him on the show. You know what I mean? Bring him in the studio, get him on the show, and we gonna have some good times. We gonna have some good time. I'm gonna bring that. And listen, I'm gonna tell you what Big Wolf gonna tell you off the top. Man, you gotta lay them all down and start all over. Big Wolf say, man, let's just lay them down. Hey, listen, Big Wolf gonna say, let's just and start all over. Just lay them all down. You ready, blood? Lay them all down. That's exactly what Wolf gonna say. Wolf, what's the solution? Just lay them all down, and let's just start all over. But family, I appreciate y'all joining me tonight. I appreciate y'all joining me tonight. Shout out to my sister Janae. Y'all know Sister Janae a loose cannon. I don't know why y'all expect anything less. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my sister Dametria. As she says, she keep it classy. Shout out to CC. And shout out to Aisha. Aisha. You know, if y'all want to see Aisha, I don't think I will bring Aisha on to tell a story for somebody else, but maybe she got some other things that she want to talk about, but definitely not secondhand story. We can't do that. We can't do that. So I appreciate you, family. I'm out of here. Also, I also put the challenge up to what's his name? OC the Fake. Let me be respectful. OC the Great. This is my challenge to you. The piece of paper that you're passing around to people, calling me on a sexual offender or registry list, ask Malik to go live on your channel and break it down. Tell Malik to go live on your channel and confirm that it's true. He's an attorney. He's an attorney. He's in Maryland. He have access to records that we would never have. Tell him to go live on your channel and break it down. He's been on your channel before. I've done tons of videos on him. This is his big chance. This is his big chance to throw Tahaka Bay under the bus. Bring him on the channel. Look, Pansock Spike say, listen, Pansock Spike, he said, I saw that you got some explaining to do, TB. TB, listen. Go tell Malik Zulu Shabazz to go live on OC the Great and explain that paper as a legitimate piece of paper representing what this boy is saying. I bet you he won't do it. Listen, my brother Rebel is in the building. I want y'all to go to Rebel. I don't have the link right now. This is my bro right here. Rebel with a cause. Go to Rebel Vision. I wish I had the link. I'm gonna put the link into his name. I'm gonna put the link into the comment section. He interviewed me and I went hard. This is my bro right here. My big bro Rebel. It is what it is, family. With that being said, I want the Big Wolf. That's right. Wolf say lay them all down. So I want to thank y'all for joining me tonight, man. Y'all was almost 400 strong in here. Man, take care of each other. I'll be back tomorrow with another amazing show. Not sure which one I'm going to pick out of my bag, but it's going to be an amazing show. I'm thinking I got a couple people lined up. I got to see. I got a line around the corner because people are tired of this fake freedom fighting organizations. They're tired of it. And so I got people waiting in the wing, ready to go. So I know I was supposed to have a brother on today, but I'm going to try to get him tomorrow. I mean, that they waiting around the corner to tell their stories of how this stuff is so fake, how this stuff has not done anything for our people, and how it's nothing but confusion after confusion after confusion after confusion. It's counterproductive and counter-revolutionary. It is what it is. So thank you. And family, my background, it was done by my brother at Akron TV, but I got it in the chat. If you look in the description, my brother website and YouTube channel helped me with my background. Because I say I want a simple background. I'm going into a new era of Moorish World TV, and I wanted a simple background. So the brother hooked me up. The link is in the chat. If you doing podcasts, the link is in the chat. The email is in there where you can get yourself hooked up to. And that's my big brother. His name is Herm from Akron. He called it Blackron. Blackron, Ohio. So, you know what I mean? Let me see. He got AkronTV.com. Yeah, he got Akron. What do you got? AkronHipHop.com. AkronHipHopTV.com. And the email is there if you're interested in some graphics. That's my good brother. He's been rocking with me for a minute. But with that being said, I got to get out of here. I just want to make sure I had it right. Let me see. I think we good. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had it right. But peace and love, family. I appreciate y'all. Johnny Do Right. He said, get boss boy. Oh, man, Johnny. Yeah. We might have to have some fun with old boss. And let me say this to my brother Kendrick Wilson. Fire emojis. Brother, I know you want to come on the show, but you're not a topic anymore. You're just not. Like, I'm not going to go last year back and forth with a Kendrick Wilson about nothing. Like, about nothing. Like, why should I? Like, you keep texting me. You keep texting me. Brother, you are not bringing no solutions to the table. Only thing you want to do is keep talking about what you did for Breonna Taylor, how everybody lied on you, how everybody against you, how you are the smartest guy on the planet. We got all of that last year. We're not trying to get that this year. We just not trying to get that this year. And another thing, shout out to all the real Panthers, as my solo means alone. Shout out to all the real Panthers, all the ones that are Panthers in the heart, all the ones that is ready to rock and roll when it's time to rock and roll and lock and load. Shout out to you, because these presentations has nothing to do with you. Shout out to all the real gun clubs. This has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with making sure that we have a sifting process on this social media world type thing, because all these people turning on their camera is trying to be more than what they are. You follow me? You follow me? So I appreciate you, family. I'm going to get out of here. Tomorrow we're going to be blazing again. Blazing again. And let me give a shout out to let me get a shout out to my buddy. All right? This is my buddy and my friend. That's right. You hear me? I got sound here. My buddy and my friend. I said I wanted to get a shout out to my buddy and my friend, Big Shirley. All right. That's right. So with that being said, y'all have a good night. I see y'all tomorrow. Let's get it.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors and you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave.
Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number.